Hi everybody, welcome. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining me and spending your precious time with me. Okay, so what's up with old Bookworm? Well, who knows? I don't even know. After the death of my mother, I'm very introspective and my thoughts keep running away with me because there's a lot of unresolved issues and hurt which had not been addressed because we simply ran out of time. So now I'm left with it, and at 61, I have to try and work things out for myself. And everything I thought had been forgotten or left behind is actually now coming flooding back. Because of our family dynamic, my sister and I are left a little confused, to say the least. Anyway, you see, we talk about the royals almost every day and often about Charles and Harry, and 99% of the time we place all the blame on Harry. But we need to remember that every child is a blank slate, and what they turn out to be is 90% due to the parenting they received and their environment. 10% may be due to other factors like DNA, peer pressure, etc. So when do you actually stop blaming the parents if even the adult is a product of their parenting or lack thereof? It is my opinion that Harry truly hates his father and brother. I also think that Harry has never verbalized exactly why he feels that way. I don't think he has ever confronted himself and asked himself why exactly he feels that way. Because, like I did, he put it off because he felt guilty for feeling that way. That is just part of our European upbringing, where we are taught from a very young age to honor thy father and mother. Anyway, and so in the end, like me, he removed himself from that particular environment, and like me, and I guess many of you, time will pass way too quickly, and before you know, it will be too late. Not necessarily to fix the issues and the relationship, but at least to ask the questions and get the answers you seek. You see, I think Harry is indeed a nasty piece of work. He is the best and worst example of rich, entitled kids. But ask yourself, where does the actual nastiness, the pettiness come from? I think the 2-year age difference between William and Harry when Diana died made all the difference. 2 years may sound like nothing, but the body, mind, and hormonal changes in the teenage years makes a 2-year age difference equal to, say, 20 or 30 years difference in adults. Anyway, I've not had much time to catch up on the latest gossip. Although Dragon Man had been home for a week already, the schools only officially closed on Wednesday. So he had to go to school on Wednesday to collect his final results and other self-study materials for next year's English Olympiad, a list of stationery and all kinds of other things, a whole big envelope full of papers, booklets and documents, which I have not even gone through yet. But of course we did look at his report card, and I must say that I am immensely proud of Dragon Man. He did very well, far above and beyond our expectations. To transition from homeschooling to mainstream and do this well academically is really big. I think it is huge. Anyway, so no school until the 15th of January. I'm so grateful. Forget about Dragon Man. I need the break. Okay, now let's get back to the royals and the not-so-royals. So what is going on in Montecito, or wherever the couple may be, because I'm now hearing from a fairly reliable source that they've not been together, and I mean together, since they returned from Colombia. And he says my palace source is indeed right, as far as he knows. Neither the palace nor anyone else had officially been informed of a split between Harry and Meghan, but he says he, as a skeptic of anything mainstream media or social media or gossip, is now beginning to believe the so-called split is more than professional. He says that it is becoming very clear to him that the couple is actually going out of their way not to accept invitations to them as a couple. He says it is true that they were both invited to the Tyler Perry tribute in Los Angeles, and they indeed accepted as a couple. Harry allegedly was even to say a few words on the stage, but at the very last minute they advised that Harry would not be able to attend due to a previous engagement. But he says the deal book invitation came out of the blue about 2 weeks prior. He says the word is that Harry previously declined the interview, but suddenly, out of the blue, informed Sorkin that he will, after all, be available. The person also told me that the word around town is that both Meghan and Harry act like they are single when they are out and about. He says he wasn't there himself, but close-ish friends were indeed. And allegedly, Meghan really kicked it up at the Paley Awards. Very jovial and jolly, and then she left fairly abruptly. He actually laughed because his pals are not very knowledgeable about the royals and care even less about Harry and Meghan. But allegedly the wife asked the husband at one point, "Who dat crazy woman?" The husband told her it was Meghan Markle, the wife of the British prince, and she just shook her head and whispered, "Cray, cray," or something to that effect. Oh well, that's not really news to us, is it? No, indeed. We've been discussing her mental capabilities, etc., for years now. I'm also glad to see that the more mainstream royal reporters are now starting to publicly ask questions about Archie. Look, it may be funny to some and crazy to others, but at some point the scenario or the drama and the questions around Archie and Lily will have to be answered, or they will have to be removed from the line of succession. I know King Charles and the courtiers would want us to forget about it all, but why should we forget and forgive all the lies? It is because we are constantly forgetting and forgiving the lies that we are being told that the elites and the politicians no longer care about us plebeians. It is our fault. It is because we allow them to get away with their BS that it is getting worse and worse. I know that in the face of what is happening in the world currently, Archie and Lily being in the line of succession or not is likely a minor issue, a very, very minor issue. But it truly is all these minor issues which eventually culminates into huge, big issues. Like my dad always said, if you can lie, you can steal, and if you can steal, you can kill. I always thought that was a gross exaggeration, but after and over all the years, I have truly been proven wrong, time and time again. Okay, now I don't have a murderer in my family or in my immediate circle yet, but that, my dears, is only by God's grace. So, in my opinion, we should not allow the king, the monarchy, Harry and Meghan to keep lying about those children. Because ask yourself, if they can lie about that, what else are they lying about? Now, talking about lying, what the heck is going on, and in particular in New Jersey, with all those so-called drones? I've been listening to interviews and hearings on the matter for hours over the last few days, and the more I listen, the more frustrated I'm becoming. With all the technology in the world, how can it be that nobody has a clue what they are or where they are from? No, they are not from Iran. That is one huge gaslighting load of BS. The American Defense Force says it is not theirs. So who else is there to blame? Russia and China? I wish I could phone Putin and just say, "Hi bud, is it you and yours flying unmanned craft over the United States and the United Kingdom?" You know, for some reason, I do not believe it is the Russian Defense Force or Army. You see, yesterday I read in the Independent that the British Army is now testing a laser weapon fired from an armoured vehicle to destroy flying drones. The laser was mounted on a vehicle known as a wolfhound, and soldiers were able to track and down hovering targets. Okay guys, so, what is going on? Is this an exercise to promote and sell this newly developed device, or are those things in the sky something else? I listened to recordings of pilots reporting these things in the sky, and I have to tell you, the description they gave of the craft did not sound like any kind of drone or then a small aeroplane. I'm just saying. I'll go look for it. I will record it and I'll play it for you at some other time. I guess we will have to wait and see what happens when Trump takes over. Maybe he will take the invasion of American airspace a little more seriously. I don't know. Who knows? We will have to wait and see. Anyway, guys, I bid you a fond goodbye. Dragon Man and I are looking into these supposed drones for you, and I'll be back with royal stories soon. Take care of yourselves until then. Bye.